Thanks. It's a little too much attention. Anyway, I'm so great. I love this city. I'm so glad to be back. I just got back from the Middle East. I performed for 15,000 men. And, yeah. And then I did my comedy. And I got a lot of love to give. And, yeah. And they were between the ages of 18 and 22. Don't hate, how to represent. Holla. Mm-hmm. And they're very polite because none of them are from here. And a lot of Southern boys. And this one guy came up to me and he goes, "Listen, miss, if it gets dangerous, I want you to know I'll take a bullet for you." I'm like, "Listen, pal, I'm from New York. I'm lucky if I can get a guy to take a shower for me, you know." So it was amazing to just be a woman over there and just to see how horribly the women were treated. I mean, they were very mistreated by their sons because the only thing women are supposed to do there is have more children and make food. So their sons were always yelling at them. They're always like, "Shut up, mother, shut up. Make me my camel burger. Go inside. Your earlobe is showing. Silence yourself. Shut up." Which is horrible. Now, I think I've come up with a way to kind of end all that. What we ought to do is we should get an army of African-American women over to the Middle East and knock some sense in these tyrant kids because they don't take any crap. They get off the plane and they'd be like, "No, you did not talk to your mother like that, Yohad Mustafa Muhammad. I'm gonna beat the Muslim right out your ass. Shut up. I don't want to hear about Osama. You better have some respect for your mama. Shut your ass." What were you saying, baby? You couldn't have one of these politically correct white women over there. They'd be like, "Okay, Mohammed. All right. I know you're hurting. That's okay. All right, now stop stoning me. Stop. Ow, ow. No, who needs an eye? No. When you put the grenade near my ear, I feel like you're not listening, and that hurts. But you know what? I think that women, American women and Saudi Arabian women should get together in solidarity, you know, and have like, you know how you have Casual Friday? How about Burqa Monday, you know? And there's a lot of advantages. First of all, cut down on absenteeism. I mean, how many times have you come into work, you've been hungover, you feel fat, bad hair day, you're like, "I'm going to call in sick." And you're like, "Oh, wait, screw it. It's Burqa Monday. I'll throw the thing on." You could even give the boss the finger. It's like, "Yeah, I'll get you your fax. All right, it's right here. Okay. But you know, one thing over there, being in the Middle East, it was like 130 degrees. So I'm talking bad hair month, all right? Because this hair is a lie. Color, texture. I've got really curly hair, and I've got frizzies, Frisbee Gone, antifreeze, car wax, you know, everything. So it looked like, all right. And having curly hair, for those of us who suffer, you feel like you have a drug addict that lives on top of your head. And you talk to your hair. You're like, "I want you straight. I want you straight. I feel better about myself when you're straight." And your hair is like, "Wait a second, man. It's really humid out. I'm gonna get really messed up, but if you blow me for like an hour." You know, and if it's not the hair, then it's the weight. You know, one thing about men, they have such a great relationship with their bodies. Their self-esteem is not tied up in how much they weigh. A guy puts on weight, it's like he's got a new best friend attached to his stomach. It's like, "Look at that, look at that." Yeah, they jiggle it, you know? Why couldn't women be like that? Why couldn't we love our bodies a little bit more, you know? Instead of bring your kid into work day, bring your fat ass into work day, you know? Now, I'm going through all these women's magazines, which are basically written, edited, and published by other women. And fashion is created by, what, a handful of gay guys? The really nice stuff? So here we are as women, starving ourselves to death for two groups of people that wouldn't want to screw us anyway. Now, I was in the grocery store the other day. There was a woman in front of me. Let me tell you, this woman was so skinny that her ribs were sticking out of her back. And I'm like, "Oh my God, I want to be that thin." Because I'm sick. All right. And I thought, well, let me look at her grocery cart, get a few diet tips. And she's got like fat-free salad dressing, fat-free muffins, and then she's got like boxes of X-Lax. I'm like, "Oh my God, she's an anorexic, you know?" And then I see she's got a cucumber, and I'm like, And she's lonely, too. And you like the sick stuff. Okay. And I feel like everyone's on antidepressants these days. And if you are, that's okay. My one friend, everything upset her, but she's got a horrible life. She's got a dead-end marriage. She's got 2 kids, one's stupid, the other's ugly, lives in the middle of nowhere. She is so miserable that I actually call her to cheer myself up, all right? So anyway, she's on Zoloft, which is like Prozac Light, and now nothing affects her. I'm like, your kid's on fire, and she's like, I know. That's his issue. I don't want to smother him. And like the whole thing about, our country is like about being free, and I think our country doesn't want us free. I think they want us sedated, so we don't notice things like, who's running it. And Bush is like, well, we got to find the evildoers. We got to find them. We got to hunt them down. We'll find them. I'm like, why don't you look in your cabinet, okay? Matter of fact, why don't you look in the mirror? Thank you. I love the French, and I feel that the French have gotten such a bad rap, because they didn't want to rush into the war. Have you ever gone to a French restaurant? You wait like 4 hours to get served. Like, I get to you when I get to you, huh? If they're not going to rush to serve you, they're not going to rush to bomb you, And I feel as Americans, we're always rushing. Sometimes we rush to go do nothing. We just got to rush. We got the gadgets and the Palm Pilots, because we never feel good enough, because it's ingrained in us that we got to be the best. We got to do our best, it's like you get married. If you're a guy, you get married, and after a few years, you trade your wife in for like a thinner, younger version of the same original wife, just like a car. And then you got to get the bigger, better house and the bigger, better job to pay for the newer, thinner wife, And then if you're a woman, there's no forgiveness. Even if you've pushed out 5 kids, you can't have a gut. You got to get that tucked in. If you have any cellulite, you got to get that sucked out. If you have any lines on your face, you got to get that Botoxed out on your lunch hour, because you don't have that kind of time. If you got small breasts, you can't have small breasts. You got to get eggplants put in there. And you know what? This gets a little depressing, but we can't be depressed. That's why we take the Ritalin and the Prozac and the Elevens. We got to be real happy. And then you go to the gym to work out, because you got to have like a 6-pack, and your ass got to be high and hard like J-Lo. Oh, yeah. I'm not done. And then you got to go to the gym, and then you're working out at the gym, and then you can never eat anything that resembles food. You got to God forbid you have any more than 4 carbs, So you got to have those soy protein blend shakes, which takes like day-old semen. Don't ask. Anyway, I love watching foreign films. I find foreign films so gritty and exciting. American films are like so action-packed, but foreign films always suck you right in with the stories. It's always like, listen, I'm pregnant with your child. I'll suggest you get a job, you bloody bastard. Shut up, you nagging whore. You're just fat from the Cadbury chocolate you shoved down your gob, you no good slag. I'm off to the pub again. Just like real life. And then sex in American movies. You know how you're always waiting for the sex scenes? Because it's like the leading actor and actress, they could never have each other until the final 2 minutes, and then they really want each other. And it's never like loving, warm, gentle, tender sex. It's always like this angry, mean, resentful, hateful sex. Like, I'm gonna do you, bitch, right up against the refrigerator, and you're gonna like it. Just don't get me wrong, every once in a while, I'd rather be up against it than inside it. But that was for you. But foreign women, they're much more comfortable with their bodies. They don't have the same issues. They always have armpit hair coming out. They always have one breast going this way, one going that way. No, they don't care. They're like, should we go to the festival of red balloons? I have some tip, yeah. Let's make love before the children come home from school. Oh no, let them watch. And I love the English, I find them very polite. In New York, I love the city, but you ever been, I get really nervous, if someone's a little too polite, I actually back up, thinking, wait a second, the guy's gonna stab me, he's gonna rape me, he's gonna wanna smell my underwear, some weird crap's gonna go on, I'm gonna be dead. I'm in London, I'm in Piccadilly Circus, and I feel this guy grab my knapsack. I turn around, he's like, "Ooh, you caught me." "I'm a pickpocket, can I buy you a drink?" So I had sex with him. So polite. Oh. I find customer service in New York City, I find everyone so rude. I mean, you ever go, like, the customer is always wrong. You ever go shopping for like a really cute little sexy black dress and you come home with an extra large pepperoni pizza? You know, it just gets to you. I go to this one store. I'm like, "Excuse me, can you help me find my size?" She's like, "Well, what size are you?" I go, "I'm a 5'6". Yeah, right. She comes back with an 11-12. I go into the dressing room and it fits. Now I'm flipping out. Like, I haven't been 11-12 since I've been 11-12, okay? And then she starts talking to me. "Is everything okay back there?" What does she think I'm doing? I'm like, "No, I'm braiding my pubic hair. Do you have a butterfly clip in blue?" And then with the three-way mirrors, it's like this kaleidoscope of cellulite. And you hope to God it's not your thighs. So I come out of there. I've got no body image left, no self-esteem. I give the woman my credit card and she's like, "Your card's invalid." I'm like, "How can that be?" "Well, maybe somebody didn't pay their bill." And this is what I hear behind me, because New Yorkers are so sweet and kind and patient. So I'm wiping the spit off my neck, and I give the woman a $50 bill, and now she's looking at it like I just Xeroxed a copy. I'm like, "Listen, I'm not a soprano, but if I was, I'd shoot you in the eye." I'm finally getting ready to go, and she says to me, I swear to God, "Do you need a bag?" "No. I'm gonna bend over and you could shove that merchandise up my ass. It's an 11-12 ass, I think it'll fit. Have a nice day." Now, I'm recently separated, which I know you're finding, how can this be? My whole life I wanted to get married until I, got married. I never make a mistake. And, part of the problem is we started to have sex for all the right reasons, And, all my friends are pregnant. My one friend, she's like, "Oh, my God, I'm just so fertile. I mean, if I got semen on my shoe, I'd get pregnant." Like maybe a whore. I don't say that, but I think that, So for months, I've been taking the pregnancy test month after month, and it kept coming up negative. Now I'm bugging out. Now I don't know what's going on. So I go to see my Indian gynecologist, Dr. Mukherjee. He's got the Vishnu paintings, the Indian music. Reminds me of my childhood. He's like, "Hey, hey, hey." I love him. And he's like, "I do not know, the problem with you is, Vanessa, you might have many eggs like all the women in India, or you might not have enough eggs to make an omelet. Or maybe it's a progesterone problem. Your stomach lining is too thin. It's like your egg goes to its new home and goes, 'No, I want to die now.' Or maybe it is your partner's problem. He's expecting an army of 600 million men and only 2 show up and they're lazy." Like, "Thanks, Doc. No problem. Now, you're ovulating. You have 24 hours to conceive. An egg is dying as you are talking, so go. Have sex immediately, but relax the body, but go now. But relax, but go. But relax." I don't know if I'm coming or going. All I know is I gotta get that stuff. So my husband sees me. He's expecting to see sweet romantic Vanessa. I've turned into some deranged manic porno slut that's gotta have the demon semen. I'm like, "We gotta go now. You gotta leave a deposit in the bank. The clock's ticking. So get your pants off, get it up, get it in, and let's get it on." And he's like, "Vanessa, not at the bus station." I'm like, "I don't have that kind of time. You gotta leave a letter in the mailbox." It's like, "Listen, I can't just, get an erection." I'm like, "Well, you used to. That was before I knew you." See why he's my ex? So, cut to 4 years later, $35,000 worth of fertility drugs. I didn't get pregnant, but boy, did I get screwed a lot. Okay, thank you, medical establishment. All right. So my doctor's like, I'm like, please, Dr. Mukherjee's like, please, you're choking me. I want to go back to India. Maybe you're a cow in a past life and ate your own hoof. I do not know. Just adopt. Leave me be. Now, I know there's a lot of wonderful adopted children, but they're not on the Jerry Springer show, okay? And that's the show I watch, okay? So then my one friend, she's like, no, what you do is you adopt a beautiful little Asian girl. I have one, she's beautiful. My Susie, she's gorgeous and she's smart and I love her. And you lie to her. You never tell her you're not her real mother, you lie. My little Susie, she came home from school the other day. She goes, Mommy, people keep saying we're different. We're not related. We're not the same. Is this true, Mommy? No. They're all jealous of you because you're smart and you're gorgeous. Now shut up and do my nails. You know, according to a Middle Eastern woman, I'd have a great life, right? But you know what? Still, as an American woman, I feel like things don't add up. I still feel like a second-class citizen. You know, and women still make 76 cents to every dollar a guy makes. And then we get told on top of which, well, you chicks aren't good in math. Well, you know why we're not good in math, Mr. Boss Man, Mr. Associate? It's because we know that things aren't equal. It's like I've spent my whole life saying no problem. You know, it's like, oh, you don't have the steak? That's fine. I'll have the chicken. No problem. Whatever's easy for you. Yeah, the chef, whatever. No, whatever's easy. Yeah. No, you don't want to promote me even though I've worked harder than any person in this company? No problem. You know, maybe next year. Yeah, fine. Yeah. Oh, you want to start seeing other women? Keep this casual? No problem. Yeah, no, spread the love around. I'm cool with that. Yeah, I can do whatever. You don't want me to call you? You'll call me? No problem. Yeah. Well, you know what? Now I got the problem, all right? So I feel like I can't get mad. So you know what I do? I listen to DMX. I love it. He gets angry for me. That guy is angry. You know, and plus I understand his lyrics, you know. So he's like, the people, the prisons, the power, the system. I'm like, my life, my hair, I hate it. When's he gonna call? And I love listening to hip-hop, but you know what? I find a lot of the lyrics really demeaning towards women. You know, it's always like, I'm gonna slam my woman, gonna slam my hoe, gonna slam her in the ass, slam her on the floor. Which, don't get me wrong, every once in a while, you know. I am old-fashioned. I see some of us are too. But you know what would be great is if you took old rock classics and modernized it and added like a hip-hop beat to it. But my all-time favorite would be the Beatles. I mean, I love the Beatles. Their lyrics stand the test of time. And you add like a hip-hop beat to a Beatles song. So instead of like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, it'd be like, yo, dog, turn my levels up, Yeah, can I turn my, Lulu in the air with eyes bling-blinging, come on. Look at myself like a ship out to sea with Tanqueray trees and Malamar pies. Somebody hollers, I answer quite lowly. A bitch with colonoscopy eyes, yo. Let me tell you about colonoscopy eyes. She wanted to be fly, kept getting high, smoking that crack and shooting smack. So she boned the dealer, said he could heal her, got a bun in the oven. But she got no lovin', just pain and rain, the rent's due again. Cause she's Lulu in the air with ice, bling blingin'. Lulu in the air with ice. Come on. Lulu in the air with ice, bling blinging. Oh yeah, break it down. Follow her down to a bridge. Rockin' like people Malamo Pass. Suddenly someone is there at the turnstile. The girl with colonoscopy eyes, yeah. Lulu in the air with ice, bling bling. Lulu in the air with ice. Come on. Lulu in the air with